Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna do some birthday glam. I have no idea what I want to do, but I just want to sit down and get ready. Let's get right into it. Starting off with brows, I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And I finally did my brows. It was so nice and refreshing when I get my brows done. It's like new brows every time. Was definitely due for a brow thread. I always get them brow threaded around like every 2 weeks or so, depending how I do maintain me keeping the brow shape. Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted to do for my birthday glam, but I decided let's just sit down and get ready. I have a few new products, so a mix of old and new. That looks good. Just gonna let it dry. Going to press that down. When I do press down, I keep it just for a few seconds, then move on to the next. Just like that. I will fill them in on the edge a little bit later just to make sure the brow gel dries down. I'm gonna go in, of course, with my Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. I always like to go in with this one just to make sure my eyeshadow lasts. Let me know how your guys' summer is. How is it going? We enjoying the heat? This year is definitely going by so fast. We're already halfway. I feel like the older I get, the more I notice time is just flying by. I'm going to set that lightly with my Kosas Cloud Set Powder. Again, in the shade Comfy. I always go for this shade because it's perfect for my skin tone. Okay, just like that. I picked up a new eyeshadow palette from Ulta. I picked up the Rare Beauty Essentials Neutrals eyeshadow palette. It shows the shades right here. This is an eyeshadow palette of everyday neutrals. Probably didn't need it, but I definitely wanted to try out the formula. Lucky to find it at Ulta in stock, so I was like, yes. This is the packaging. It looks so pretty. Love that sleek packaging, and these are what these shades look like. How pretty is that color story? You got your browns and neutrals and the pops of shimmer. We're gonna go in with the first shade right here, which is Caramel Cream, and start that off as my transition. This is perfect for traveling, which I absolutely loved about the packaging of this eyeshadow palette. I was mostly curious about the formula. I've heard great things. Okay, that blended in very nicely. Pretty soft and smooth. This is perfect for every day, or if you want to do glam, you can definitely amp it up. And it doesn't have much fallout, which is great. Just building up that shade. Definitely going to go a little bit more smoky. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in with the shade Timeless Taupe. I'm gonna add a little bit of that also in the outer corner just to see how these two play. Okay, not bad. It's pretty soft, which I actually really like. Definitely beginner friendly because I'm noticing that it's not packing a punch with the colors. They're definitely more of a buildable formula. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Maroon Mood. That dark maroon shade, I'm going to start smoking the outer corner. So I like to tap the eyeshadow in and then diffuse the outer corner. Make sure you put your placement where you want the color to be. And then with the edge of the brush, you start diffusing that out. Just like that, you can see that blend happening. So again, tap where you want the color to be, and then you start diffusing that eyeshadow out. Very pretty. I'm really liking the formula so far. Just like that. That's so pretty. Okay, looking pretty good. I'm gonna go in with Pastel Peach. Going to place that right in the center of my lid. Just tapping that on. Honestly, so far the formula has been so easy to use. This is definitely a beginner friendly eyeshadow, and if you want an eyeshadow that you just don't want to fuzz with color and just have an eyeshadow that's multi-purpose, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. I have no issues blending the eyeshadow. The placement, the blend, everything has worked so well, just helping you achieve that effortless glam. So carving out that lid a little bit, just to open up the eyes. Once I've achieved the amount of brightness I want for my lids, I go in back with the more dense brush. I go back with the brush that I used to blend the outer corners and just kind of tap that back in and slightly diffusing that out. I'm back with the first brush and blending everything out. Absolutely love. It's so good. Let's go in with the shimmers. I have no idea what shimmer to take, but I think this one's calling my name. Let's go in with the shade Finest Fizz. This one seems to be a more icy champagne shimmer. Let's just go for it. I'm going to apply that right in the center, right where the dark eyeshadow and the light eyeshadow meet. Just like that. That's gorgeous. It's pretty. It just has a slight hint of glitter while it being shimmery. Almost like a hybrid of glitter and shimmer. Like you can see the way it just adds that nice pop into the eyes. That's so pretty, you guys. We have Finest Fizz, Sunlit Sprit, and Shimmering Sands. So pretty. Again, not so glittery. It's mostly more shimmery. Again, perfect if you're a beginner and you don't want to do too much glitter, but you want a hint of something. This is perfect. Let's go in with Evening Espresso for the wing. I'm going to do a small wing on the outer corner just to pull that eyeshadow out. So pretty. Love how these colors just enhance your eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes and I'll be right back. Just applied lashes. I went in with the Naked Lashes by Ardell. This one's in the style 421. Let's go in with the skin. First, I'm gonna go in with the Cali Ray So Blown Primer. Love this one for smoothing out my T-zone. It's one of the best and it smells pretty fruity, so perfect for summer. I'm gonna be as blurred as possible. While that is settling in, I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Primer. You guys know how much I love this one for glow. Smooth that out with my fingers and just focusing that in the outer perimeter of my skin. Just tap the edges. Because we just applied there the blurring primer. Always tap in your products. Perfect. I'm going to go in with a little bit of corrector. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Peach Corrector. Just a little bit for the under eyes. Just to cancel any darkness. You always want to apply corrector where you have the most darkness or redness. So for me it's under the eyes till here and then around my nose area. Just like that. Now we are ready for foundation. For special occasions, I love my Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now this is the old formula. This formula is not available anymore. Came out with a new one which is more skincare infused. So I'm literally trying to use only for special occasions because I know it doesn't exist anymore. I wish they didn't mess up with the formula because this foundation was already perfect. And I use the shade 8. So just really using that as sparingly as possible. I just love the old formula, you guys. I don't even think I'm gonna bother trying the new one, maybe, because I do have dry skin, so I most likely like it. The only thing I'm just not a fan of is that everyone's putting niacinamide in their products, which I don't see why that is necessary. That just makes it less accessible for people like us that are sensitive skin to use products with acid in it. So I just wish it didn't have niacinamide. Look how gorgeous and skin like that foundation is. It's one of my favorites for special occasions, and that is what she looks like. How gorgeous that is. And that's just with one pump. Wish and hope they bring it back, hopefully someday, but she will be missed. Another formula that I would say it's similar is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur, since it's more of a lightweight texture and feel. Definitely try it out. I feel like this is one that I would just be reaching out if I want like a similar effect to the Armani. But I mean, come on, she's iconic for a reason. So when it comes to more glam makeup, I obviously opt for more cream products. products. I'm gonna go in with these two right here. First, I'm gonna sculpt with the Makeup by Mario. This is their sculpting stick, and I have this one in the shade medium dark. I'm gonna use this on the cheekbones, a little bit on the forehead, and on the nose. Not being too precise. You guys hear any thunder? It's about to rain, which honestly I'm obsessed because I love getting ready in the rain. So therapeutic. Going in with the Patrick Top brush to blend out the nose contour. Alright, I'm going to go in with Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and this one's in the shade Always Sunny. I'm going to apply that right on top of that contour just to add the warmth back into the skin. Love these two together. They give me the most airbrushed bronze. Brushing that over my nose, whatever is left. Okay, looking good. Let's apply concealer. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Concealer. This one's in the shade 6 Medium. I'm going to mix it with this Ulta Beauty Color Corrector. And this one's just their Pink Rose shade. So this concealer is one of those concealers that can be very hard to blend if you go in with too much. So I just go in with a little bit on the inner corner just like that. I'm going to go in with the Pink Corrector next to it, and honestly that's all what you're gonna need for your under eyes, because trust me, this is very full coverage and it can be hard to blend. While that is drying down, let's go in with blush. I'm gonna go first with Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Encourage. This is more so of a muted mauve. This one's going to be my first blush placement, blending that mostly back here close to my temples or to the high points of my cheek, then bringing it ever so lightly forward to my cheeks, just like that. How pretty that shade is. Then I'm going to go in with Moira liquid blush. This one's in the shade Forever Mine. So this is going to be the next light shade that we're going to apply. This one's definitely going to be more lighter. Again, going back with that same brush and just melting that in with the other blush. And you can definitely go back in with more when needed, just like that. And then I'm going to go in with Whole Heart, also from Moira. This one's going to be the blend or the bridge between the under eyes with the blush. Have that in very close to my under eyes. I'm trying not to come in contact with the concealer because I do have to mix that in with the corrector. Doing the same on the other side. You can see how it's starting to come together with the mid-tone. Now that that's dried down, I'm going to go ahead and mix those together right under my eyes and then starting to spread that under my eyes. When you do let the concealer dry down, you definitely have more control where you want your concealer to sit. You just have more control with your blending. This is such a full coverage concealer. Like, I just went in with that amount and it spreads in a very long way. Just like that. Like, look at that brightness. And you can go back with your blush brush and then blend the concealer out with whatever leftover blush it has on the brush. Just like that, giving that seamless blend. Of course, if you did go in with excess concealer, just blend it out with your cream bronzer brush, just like that. Whatever excess concealer, you can bring it into your T-zone, on your chin. Going back with the blush brush, blending out those edges, giving that seamless blend. Typically, I would go in straight with my Kosas powder, but I noticed with the Charlotte Tilbury, it doesn't sit well. So I'm just going to go in straight with loose powder. I'm going to go in with my Helloo Beauty. This is my Cherry Blossom Easy Bake, and it's perfect for the under eye mid-tone blushing. And again, making sure we have no creases under the eyes. Making sure that is nice and blended. Tap off the excess on the palm of your hands and we lightly set. Go in with as much powder as needed. I'm going to do a little bake on the nose. Whatever is left, setting that down on the T-zone, just like that. For the rest of my skin, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Powder Foundation. I have this one in the shade Y375. This I'm going to use to set the rest of the perimeter of my skin. I'm going to go in with my OG Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This one I have it in the shade 3. Always go back to this one when I want the most airbrush bronze blend. And notice how I don't go back for more on the cheeks because there's already a lot of product on the brush. So just use whatever's left and tap on your cheeks. Trust me, there is product there. Going with a hair on the brush and just adding that into the nose. You don't want to go in with too much because then it'll look too crazy. Alright, let's go in with blush. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Soulmates palette. This one's in the shade Flawless Pink. That gorgeous pink shade. And this is going to be our first layer of blush. With mid-tone blushing, you definitely have to go in with layers to really give that most diffuse blend. I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath. This is their cheek palette. I always go back to this one when I'm doing my birthday glam or any sort of special occasion. I'm gonna take this pink right here. I'm actually gonna mix both. I feel like it wasn't giving me the pigment that I want. Charlotte's definitely more natural. This one will definitely give you that pigment. Those two together are so gorgeous. Always go back to this one, especially when it's my birthday or special occasion. The shades that I use are 2 and 3, which is Divine Rose and Peony Rose. Yeah, that's definitely what we needed. I'm just putting that everywhere else. I'm actually going to go in with Nude Nectar. I'm going to apply that on the inner corner, blending that out. For my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Ube Birthday Cake, and I'm going to use this to really blend out my under eye powder. You can of course go in with the brightening powder from this palette. First, I'm gonna apply this with a puff just to make sure that it blends in with the blush. So kind of blending out that powder but with a puff. And then I'm going to go in with my brush and just start blending that under eye out. Just softly diffusing that, and look at that blend. Definitely try Ube Birthday Cake if you haven't, because that's so pretty. Or especially for this technique. Bake a little bit over here just in case if I brought the blush too low. Just tap whatever remaining powder there is and slightly diffusing that out. I'm going to go in with these two right here. First, we have the Rare Beauty. This is their Luminous blush. This one's in the shade Happy. So I'm just going to lightly apply this on the high points of my cheeks. You can see that glow right there. So pretty. Just going with the hair of this Fenty Beauty. This is their Water Brat highlighter. This one's definitely going to be more glittery, so be more light-handed. Again, you can keep it matte as how I finished before, or you can add a little glow to the cheeks. Finish up the eyes. I'm just going to go in with the same shade. To add some brightness on the waterline, I'm going to go in with the Artist Pencil by Makeup Forever. This one's in the shade Boundless Bliss. Adding a little bit of lower lash mascara. I'm just going to go in with the Essence Lash Without Limits. Let's go in with the lip combo. First up, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia lip liner in the shade Midnight Rouge. This one's a very dark shade, but it's perfect. Going in with MAC Be My Bridesmaid. Going back with lip liner just to reinforce that lip line. I'm going to top it off with the Lawless lip gloss. This one's in the shade Velvet Daisy. Such a pretty milky pink. I do want to add a little bit of glitter on top, so I'm going to go in with this Half Magic lip gloss. This one's in the shade Y2K Cheer Up. This one has more of a glitter, so I'm just adding this right in the high points. Just like that. How stunning. Now that's a lip combo. We just remove the excess just like that. Just so you don't have that lip gloss gooping around your lips. Let's do a little setting spray combo. I'm gonna go first with the powder melt by One Size. Melt those powders in. And I have a new setting spray to try with you guys. This is the Danessa Myricks. This is their Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to see a difference with this makeup because I already add a lot of powder already. Definitely when trying this, I do assume that you're going to have to use less powder to see a difference because this is already a powder infused setting spray. I'm going to give it a good shake. It does have a balm. So to keep it short, this is a setting powder in a spray form. It says here that it's formulated to give a blurring complex. This setting and finishing spray delivers impossibly smooth blur, soft matte finish without the look of dryness, which I'm so here for. We shaked it well. Let's give it a shot. Spray away, giving that fine mist. Let's go out of town. Okay, love the mist. 10 out of 10 with the mist. Now, I'm assuming you do have to use a clean puff to kind of press that setting spray down. I'm going to use this side and just kind of tap that into the skin. Again, I'm not going to see a difference because I already went in with setting powder, but I am assuming this is going to make a difference with the longevity of my makeup. Yeah, you guys, we are all done. This is the final glam, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this with me. I'm so happy how it turned out. It's looking flawless. I did go in with the Archie brow to touch up my brows. The eyeshadow I absolutely love. It's so easy to blend, beginner friendly. It blends so easily and you can create an easy look or a more glammed up look just like the way I did today. She's a 10 out of 10 for me. The setting spray, I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 yet, but I kind of feel like it is because I can tell how my base looks right now. It looks so smooth and flawless. I would have to test it. I will do a short video on it. Stay tuned for that. But so far it looks so smooth. My makeup looks so good. So I'm liking it. So far, so good. But yeah, you guys, this is the glam. Thanks for hanging out around with me. I just wanted to do a nice get ready with me, and you're most likely going to be able to watch this after my birthday. Let me know what other video ideas you guys have for me. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.